and we'll move
I
on.
will get in trouble if I keep going with this subject.
We'll move on to the 8.5 by 11 topic. The 8.5 by 11 topic.
8.5
the
by
big
11?
page.
Okay.
Oh.
The big page. And this comes by way of something that happened just yesterday. Because today's the 14th. Saturday. This came by
Yesterday was Friday the 13th.
right out of the boom, the Dallas Morning News on Friday.
This is a great day.
You didn't even invite me.
Somebody, Chris. He turned it down.
Yeah. I swear to God, you break my mirror.
I swear to
With
God.
your fat ass leg.
Shut up.
You know what? Yeah, I don't have anything to stab you with. It's not sharp. Alright. Basically, the new topic here, the third topic here on the 11th episode. 11th episode. Whatever elevates. Is that at DFW Airport, they are now including...
DFW.
Word.
DFW.
The hizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, they're going to put in a security instrument that will allow people to see
A
beyond
3D image.
of people without clothes.
And they say it's very revealing.
Very.
Now, does this border or infringe upon a person's right to privacy? And at what cost are we? Where's like the line between where safety versus privacy?
Because yes, it's for everybody's safety. Because we all want to be safe, especially when it comes to planes. Ever
Yeah, but I
since
think it's going a
2001,
little too far.
I do agree. I agree that it's gone past the fact of wanting to be safe and just trying to be too safe.
Mm-hmm. Going overboard.
And then again,
Way
I also think, you know, if some guy is willing to shove a bomb up their ass far enough that nobody will be able to tell where it is, you deserve to win. I seriously will give you that.
But
I'm not
But
anti-American
does
or
he
shit like
deserve
that.
to get on a
That
plane
shit.
and have his ass literally blow up? Does he
Yeah.
deserve?
He'd be assless, really.
Well,
He'd be assless, and then he had nothing to say.
the effects of being assless is a fucking plane having
That's
a
true.
hole in the side of it.
That's
with,
true.
What,
I mean-
200 people on there?
Yeah, but there's a certain point where, you know, we've gone too far, because,
Yeah.
I mean, even people who like smuggle drugs and stuff in the country, they will swallow it, or they'll shove it up
They
their
have
ass.
sex and stuff like that, but
But didn't this also say that this is an option, just nobody knew about it?
Yeah.
That you had the option of saying no, you don't want to go through this, but
Oh,
they didn't
really?
even. I think that's what it said.
There's
But
a quote.
nobody knew what they were walking into. They were just asked to walk through this
Yeah.
metal object, and not knowing what the outcome or what was being done. That were being fully revealed.
Yeah, and I'll give credit. There's the article right there. I'll post the link to the article on the video as well. But there's a quote in here from Barry Steinhardt, I believe I'm getting that name right, director of the Technology and Liberty Project for the American Civil Liberties Union, that said, quote, "These are virtual strip searches. American passengers should not have to parade naked in front of security screeners in order to board the plane." He also said that the technology should be used as a last resort and not a first resort.
yes. Very well said. sir.
And it brings up, you know, something I've heard from Lewis Black, that, yeah, we go from a serious source to Lewis Black, who said that, you know, if the metal detector, he said you go through the metal detector, and then that should be it. If nothing happens, that should be it. But you go through the metal detector now, and now they got the wand.
Yeah.
Well, that means that the metal detector doesn't work.
Exactly. The metal detector isn't
work
satisfactory.
well.
Yeah.
It's not satisfactory.
And then you're waving the wand in front
And then
of you.
also there are certain settings on it that it's low power and high power.
Yeah.
They usually keep it on low power unless there is a threat, like boost of
Orange,
big
yeah.
orange,
Yeah,
stuff like
orange
that. I
or
can't
plaid
remember the name of the. Can't remember the
macaroni
name of
cheese. Yes, the order. Yeah, blue,
The order.
green, yellow, orange,
But
red.
they only raise it to its maximum setting whenever it is a threat. about
Very
it.
imminent threat.
Why
But-
isn't it on maximum
Power
all the time?
all the time. Because then you find more shit.
Do you find more shit? But
Because they don't want to hold up the lines with keys and belts and...
well, also those people should they should have already had keys out of your pockets.
Yeah,
You got
well,
that
some
bin to
people
throw
are-
everything in.
You got 2.5 hours in a goddamn line to
Every
figure out what
time-
the hell you got to throw off.
Every time I come into American Airlines Center for a Stars game, whatever I'm there for, my belt it sets it off. But right as I walk through it, I'm holding my shirt up, revealing my belt that it has studs on it, showing this is what's going off. They still wand me and everything, but nothing's on there.
Yeah.
So you can literally walk through it and be admitting you have something, and they're not going to give you hell about it, throw you on the floor, put your knee on their head and everything.
Yeah, I mean, and if the metal detector doesn't work, don't be doing the wand. You know, if you're gonna do the wand and you're gonna pat me down, don't use the wand, because none of that works then. And if you're gonna pat me down, at least have the decency to be a hot-looking chick.
Or female.
Or just female in general. Female in general, even. I'll just go for female in general.
But for the females, a cute Hollister kind of guy, male for them.
One of those dudes that models for American Eagle.
Excuse me.
Models for American Eagle or something.
My bad.
Well, it kind of makes me think, like, I know this has to do with safety and everything, but in dressing rooms at the stores, what if, like, they're like, we're going to put cameras in the dressing rooms because we're having shoplifting
Which
problems.
is highly illegal, though.
Yeah.
Just like you can't have a camera in a bathroom.
Exactly, and it's like, so why is it okay to look underneath people's clothes
in the airport?
In the airport.
And see, the way that it works is that, you know, when you go through this thing, the person that's operating is not going to be sitting right there. They're like at like another end of the terminal or something. So.
Well, the thing that gets me is that they introduce this without anybody knowing, and then they bring the article out the day, like a good day after. They said that it was introduced today, but you know they've been using it for at least a couple days. At least make sure everything is worked out in it. These people had no clue what was going on to them. You know, they had no clue that somebody else is looking at them, and no telling if they're really making their wrists not limp anymore. You know, you have no clue what that person is doing.
It's true. But I mean, it's also in the article that, you know, we're not the first ones to be using this sort of technology. That's being used in LA, Phoenix, Albuquerque, New Mexico, New York, and John F. Kennedy Airport, Denver, DC, and plans to add them to Miami, Detroit, and Vegas later this summer. And they've also been used in Britain, Spain, Japan, Australia, Mexico, Thailand, and the Netherlands.
But do these people actually know that this is being used, or are they just walking through it unknowingly?
Like, you should have to sign a consent for that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't mind somebody looking at me.
Yeah.
Naked. I got nothing to hide.
But
hell, I'll parade through the terminal myself naked.
That'll just turn
I'll just take my clothes off for
Yes.
But that'll just turn into a fact of just sign here.
Yeah.
And you have it's going to be this long fine print lettering and everything. You don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know what you're signing, and you don't want to sit. You've already been sitting there for 3 hours, whatever the line is. You don't want to sit there for another 20 minutes just reading all the fine print.
You've been sitting there for 2 days, you know, waiting to get on a plane.
Well, I'm sure they could do an electronic consent with paper on the wall, but you're going to be reading a 20-foot wall with all these.
Not like you're moving very
consents.
fast. Not like you're moving very fast, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, you know, there's a point when safety and privacy kind of intersect, and then it just kind of goes like that. You know?
And we need to stay where it intersects.
And leave it there.
Leave it there. Now, I do understand in the fact of whenever there is a threat, a hardcore threat, you know, that like 9/11. I mean, something like that. You really gotta boost it a little bit because of what you're finding in your research. You know, you should boost it to where you're past that line, but it shouldn't continuously be on that line every single day.
Yeah. And I agree, you know, to a point that if you see some dude running through the airport screaming, "I got a bomb! I got a bomb!" Oh, for sure, you tackle his ass.
Be sure he's not saying bomb.
Could be.
Just like in Harold and Kumar.
Yeah. But if he's got a bomb in hand and he's running through the airport, oh hell yes, I will join in on the tackling effort and beating the shit out of him. But
have you seen Harold and Kumar, the new one?
I have not. Going to Gitmo Bay?
Well, I fully agree. I think that even though it looks like people are, if you've seen the movie, it looks like it's stereotyping people, but it's fully true in how everybody reacts since 9/11 on different cultures and how people act on a plane, and just any little thing you hear on the plane, some old white lady that's very stuck up and probably rich and you know, kind of bitchy rich person is going to immediately flip a shit yelling bomb, which then immediately causes all kinds of chaos on the plane where nobody's trusting. And it's ridiculous that it's come to that.
I think though that we should have a different, you know, kind of a security screening process.